If you're going to make money on Vinda, one of the first things you must do is to optimize your page on Vinda. As a freelancer, you have to understand that Vinda can be quite a competitive place because it's a marketplace. There are like tens of other persons who are offering the same thing you are offering. And oftentimes, perception is really key in such things. When brands come, they have to check your profile because remember, they are dealing with you and they don't want to waste their time. So when they check your profile and everywhere is empty, like if you check here now, you see, look at this profile now, this person's profile is empty. Nobody is really going to want to buy this sort of product. The reason is because it's not convincing. And then sometimes people post something like SEO marketing. Okay, this is website SEO ranking, but the picture is saying TSB homes. So immediately it tells the brand that this person is just somebody who is testing out the website and may not be a serious person. Now you see here, this person says music production lessons and it's $50, and then there's music production and there's $200. First of all, the title for this particular gig is not really convincing. If you want to get gigs, you have to title your gig very well. You have to make it something that somebody would be looking for. For instance, look at this. He says, I will teach an MBA course in marketing entrepreneurship. So, yeah, you can see how straight to the point. This one says, I will create short Facebook video ads or Instagram art. So you can see how captivating, how enticing it is. This one says, I will narrate or produce your audiobook. Yes. So this is how we expect you to sort of optimize your page. Make sure that you captured what you're offering. Don't be vague because when you are vague, it's confusing to the person that is looking for you. Of course, customers can add and give you, their own requirements and custom order and all that. But at least you have to attract them with something. You have to make some kind of offer that will make sense to them. So you first of all you have to start by optimizing your page, and the first thing I'll recommend is to sign in. You can see here on the top right side, I clicked on sign in. You make sure you put your email and put the correct password and log into your Vinda account as a freelancer because we have brands. Okay, so as a freelancer, you get in here. You have to go to your profile. Okay, that's one of the ways you optimize your Vinda account is to go to your profile. You can see here I added a profile image. You have to add a profile image and you have to also add a profile cover image. So ideally you want to put your real face. The reason you are putting your real face is for people to know that this is a real brand that they can do business with. Alternatively, if you're an agency, then you can upload your logo. Now you have to be careful. Are you operating as an agency or are you operating as an individual? There is no problem with any of them. But if you're presenting yourself as an agency, there are some expectation that people would have of you. All right. And if you're presenting yourself as an individual, there's some expectation that people have of you. So different people go for different things depending on what they are doing. There are certain things people are doing, they don't want an agency, they just want direct individuals. So put your face, okay, so that people you can build brand trust. And then make sure that you describe yourself by saying what you do. So this description is your personal description. Put your name correctly, select your position in the company that you're working with, and also select the categories that you normally operate from or operate in. Make sure you put your birth date, you know, this is not going to be public, it's just for our system. And also your age range is also for our system. Your gender will be public, so you can select your gender and also select the languages that you speak, the language or languages that you speak, and put your highest level of qualification, which can be master's, bachelor's, or something. But it's totally up to you if you want to do that. And also, how many years experience do you have? I think the highest so far is 9 years plus. Now you have to be honest with yourself. You mustn't be 9 years plus in experience. You can just be 1 year, 3 months, whatever. It doesn't matter as long as you can get the job done. People are paying for the gig, and they are not scared because they know they are not paying you upfront. So eventually, when they pay you, they pay you through Vinda, and then we keep the money until you deliver. So once you deliver, you get your money. All right. So somehow they are not afraid of that, but it's important for you to be honest so that they know what to expect from you and they are not expecting something bigger than what you can offer. Also, offer salary. You can leave this place empty. And the salary type, how do you charge? Do you charge per hour, daily, monthly, yearly? You can leave this as none, or you can just select hourly. It makes no significant difference. Then make sure that you select your country and state here. You can simply type it in and leave it here. And also, if you have a CV, it's not a must, but if you have a CV, and depending on what you are offering, there are some things that requires a robust CV, and especially those who are charging high, you can just upload your CV here. If you have a social media website or a LinkedIn page or Twitter page, or Facebook page, Instagram page, you can put all of those things here. And then the image you want your gallery to have, right? If you want your gallery to have a particular kind of image, you can also upload it here. Make sure you have it on your computer when you're uploading it. And if you have like some people have a profile video that announces them, that talks about their gigs or something like that, you can also put that here. All right. And then you publish it. Once you publish it, you see that you have other things. I've added the basic information. I can add my educational level. I can add the course that I studied, the level that I'm in. All right. I can add the school that I studied from, and I can add a brief description, and I can add more education. So if you want to put your, maybe you have like 2 degrees or 3 degrees, or you have professional certificates in the course you're teaching, or the course that's on the, or the content that you're creating, you can add those. But again, remember, it's not everybody that is after your educational qualification. So if somebody is looking for graphic design, they're just looking for graphic design. They don't care if you studied at Harvard or whatever. They just want to see the work that you've done before and know that you can deliver it. So experience is actually more important because that's where people can bank on you, right? So you can put in your experience, you can put in your skills, all right? Here you just select from a list of skills that we have. We're still updating some of these skills to reflect what you might want to add, all right? And if you have portfolios, this is where you can upload portfolio of works that you've done, all right, for people to go through them and see the quality of work you've done. If you've received awards, you can put all of that. So all these things will help to strengthen your profile so that you can get to at least 50% should be your target. However, your basic information should be set first. If you haven't done your basic information, you are doing a disservice to yourself because you can't compete with other creators who are seriously working on their profiles on Veenda. Now, don't forget that when you come to a marketplace like Veenda, cost is really a very serious consideration. The reason why brands and companies are paying African creators is because they are affordable. All right. So when you come to a platform like this and you're charging, say, $500, $1,000, it's not bad. But the thing is, you are going to be competing with people who are charging $5 and $10. The goal of a gig economy, which is what we are doing, is that you charge less, but then you have a lot of work to do. Also, you charge less for primary jobs, but then you make more money from add-ons. So let's say you can say, I can edit your video for you for $5. But then if you it will take 5 days. If you want the video to come out in 3 days, I will charge $10. If you want the video to be shot with a professional camera, I will charge extra $10 or $20 or something like that. That's how to create a gig so that when somebody sees the price, they're attracted, they want to do business with you, and then they only pay more if they are asking you for more. But when you go from day one asking for $50, $100, then there is no difference between you and somebody in their own countries. So why should they pay you when they could just walk into a shop and ask for the same thing and get the same thing? So in essence, think of your pricing. Be very, very strategic on Vinda so that you can make money. Remember that the goal of Vinda is to connect you to brands that you can work with. Do not make the mistakes of trying to take these brands out of the platform because then you create a distrust. And once there's a distrust, they will think you are a scammer. All right, so that's all I want to share today. Go ahead and optimize your page and let us know if you're having any challenges or anything that we can help you with. Thank you very much.